let's talk about exes, because I know that is the next thing on your mind, because it does deal with Venus. It does deal with this Pluto in the 7th house. So in this shadow period, this is where exes kind of go, and they start thinking about the past, and they start wondering how you're doing. Or maybe you're wondering how your ex is doing. And maybe you're wanting to manifest them or think about them and you don't realize you do. So this is this weird little sling period where all of this energy that I just talked about starts to get discovered of the hidden truth. You start thinking about yourself, you start thinking about people and the association with it, and you start to discover, well, where do I want to be? What about the people before? So we are going to have lots of communication with people from the past. Now, this is going to come in the underline of truth. Truth. So if you have an ex or somebody contact you during this retrograde, it is because of these 2 reasons, okay? These 2 reasons. 1, during this shadow period, they sat with themselves and they don't like how they treated you. Let's just say they realize their shadow work. They need a lot that they need to work on as a person. And they're like, I feel bad. And I wonder if this person hates me. Have you ever thought that yourself? Have you ever thought that maybe you ended a situation, a relationship, not as smoothly? Now, I'm not here to say you're a bad person. I'm not here to defend whatever the case may be, but everybody has the reasons why they say things in the heat of the moment and it gets the best of them. Let's say it's both sides, okay? So you're here pondering that and going, crap, I bet this person hates me. So 1, you take this feeling and you're like, I'm going to contact them and just make sure that they don't hate me. It's very selfish. It's very, 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 very selfish. So as you notice, it is all about the I. It's only about the self-awareness. It's only about protecting the ego. So your exes might contact you only to find out, hey, how do you feel about me? Because I don't like how I ended things with you, and I was just sitting here out of the blue realizing that your energy's gone, and I don't know if you hate me or not. Have you had anybody message you that? Have you yourself ever messaged anybody that? Okay, right. So that kind of is like, ugh. So let me kind of tell you what that energy is. 1, that energy is that person wondering and pondering how you feel about themselves, and they just want to leave you again, okay? Because this time they want to leave you in a sense to where you things are okay. That's kind of narcissistic. It's very dangerous, and people like to kind of keep their place on that. Like, I know you've grown. I know I ended things. I don't want to get back with you, but I'm just curious because I did a really shitty job about it. How do you feel about me? And I want to make sure you feel good about me before I leave you again. So that's a big thing what exes do during the retrograde. Second part. Okay, second part. And this is, I see this, both of it 50-50. Second part. Exes, people will have that same conversation and they'll be like, oh my gosh, wow, it ended really badly. I have done so much growth as a person. Shadow work, keyword, okay? I have done so much self-fulfilling work. I really have changed as a person. You know what I'm saying? So if you yourself is having that conversation or your ex is having that conversation during this shadow period, that's another form of Pluto transformation, right? And so that's when those exes start to come up and message you and say, hey, I have changed. I treated you really badly, or I miss what we had, but I know the reason why I don't have it right now, because there's a reason. Remember, people will say, I miss what we had, but there's a reason why y'all don't have that right now. Am I right? So those people will say, I have changed. I am doing things to make myself a better person, to respond better, because how we left each other in this relationship made me think that I needed to be a better person. You see what I'm saying? It's a totally different vibe. And this happens, maybe you yourself, maybe you're like, you know what? I shouldn't have yelled at you. I shouldn't have freaked out. I did a lot of work. I realized that why I respond that way, like there's a totally different vibration. Okay. So we are going to get both of those during this retrograde. Okay. We are going to get both of those energies during the retrograde. So I want you to be able to use your intuition and your knowledge and your awareness and be like, okay, is this person coming back to make me feel good, to make us feel good, to heal, to resolve? Or are they coming back just to make themselves feel better and leave me answering no questions, no clarity, okay? Because if you accept that energy and y'all go through it again, y'all break up again, that's a cycle. That's a karmic cycle. That's something, if that continues to happen to you during a Mercury retrograde, then y'all better come see me. Then I need to help break that cycle for you, okay? I need to help get you out of that trance, okay? So there's going to be a lot of that energy coming in through this retrograde kind. What can I do to help you offer this energy? Well, keep following me, keep listening to my live videos, because I'm gonna do the best I can to inform you about the astrology and what's going on so you can make the decision for your life. But now, if you need my help, okay, you can contact me and we can work through some elements of energy magic, okay, to do these things, because the Exes are coming, the retrograde is coming, the self-transformation is coming, but not everybody is completely developed, right? Not everybody's completely shadow worked, spiritually developed. So you're going to have a mixture of people saying, I don't like how I did things, and how do you feel about me? So that's a big red flag. So if somebody's coming up to you in the past saying, man, how do you feel about what I did? Of course they know how you feel because it was back in that moment. So if they're like picking up scabs and they're rehashing wounds just to know how you feel about them, and if they're very so inquisitive, like, where have you been doing? What have you been? Oh, I see you're so happy. Like, don't fall in, don't fall into that quicksand. Don't do it. But if you have somebody coming in here saying, you know what? You made me realize this relationship, this fight, this situation, whatever, yada, 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 happened between the both of us, the three of us, the group of us, made me realize that I needed to get help, or maybe I'm a this or that. If you have somebody coming up to you and saying, I have changed, well, first of all, bravo to them, because that takes freaking guts to just say. It really does. Okay, let's give these people this credit, because it takes a lot to sit with yourself and realize, I've made a difference. This person made me see a difference, and maybe I'm going to reach out to them, and maybe they'll accept my apology or accept my energy. Right? That takes guts. That takes gusto. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you have to accept that energy. Okay, let's talk about part 3 now. So let's say that either 1 or 2 has happened. And again, you can say, you know what? I am proud of you. That is amazing. I'm glad that this situation inspired you to be a better person. It inspired me to be a better person and move on. Right? Right? Or you don't have to owe these people anything. You don't have to accept that answer. You do not have to accept that message request. And also, if you are on that other side of the end and you are fearful that people will not receive your energy, you can just write a letter and burn it. I do have your letter to the universe that you can download on my thing right there that could help you do that. So if you are like, Kristen, I know I've changed and I know that this person is never going to talk to me, like the energy is just not there, then write your letter to the universe, write your letter to them. I have it all set up for you as a guide to help you emotionally connect without interfering with their energy. That helps therapeutically release your energy. So that's something I do offer. So I have a lot of different tools here for y'all to help experience, especially, and empower. This is what I'm all about. At the end of the day, if it's tarot, candle spells, astrology, I want to put you in the driver's seat. I want to empower your spiritual journey because at the end it's your journey.